Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing tips for replacing the transmission fluid on this 2015 Toyota RAV4. If you haven't done so already, please check out my video, Secrets to Planning and Auto Repair. Now let's get started. So you might ask, what are the common symptoms of old and dirty transmission fluid? For one, you might have rough shifting. Then there's tachometer readings near or above 2,000 RPMs when you're at a constant speed between 45 and 60 miles per hour. Eco mode may be disengaging during normal acceleration. This particular Toyota has issues with the transmission sensors. A review of articles online indicates that this may be primarily due to dirty transmission fluid. Now let's quickly go over our supply list. We have 4 quarts of World Standard or equivalent transmission fluid. We've got 2 clear hoses with 3/8 inch inner diameter. We've got a 5 quart measuring bucket, gloves, and other items shown in the description below. The basis of this method uses simple addition and subtraction to drain and refill your transmission. It is assumed that the existing fluid level is correct. Please note, information provided in this video is for educational use only. You should refer to your vehicle maintenance manual for specific service interval and warranty details. Let's move on. Step 1, you want to place your vehicle on a flat surface and turn the wheels hard to the left and let the vehicle stand overnight. Next, you're going to place plastic sheeting and an empty oil pan beneath the transmission drain plug, minimizing fluid losses. Use gloves and a hex wrench to remove the metal drain plug, metal washer, and green plastic drain tube. Let the fluid drain into the pan for about 6 minutes. So I'm just going to quickly show you the location of the drain plug. There's your license plate. Scanning straight down to the driver's side of the vehicle, you can see my hex tools, the suspension, and I'm moving under the vehicle, and there you go. There's your drain plug right there. Okay? So next you're going to take your hex tool, you're going to connect it right there, and you're going to untighten this outer bolt. So unscrew it carefully and drain the contents of the fluid into this drain pan right here. Right here. Okay? Probably going to get about a quart, maybe a quart and a half of fluid. After that, you're going to take that same hex wrench, and then there's going to be a green overflow tip installed inside here. So then you're going to loosen up that green overflow tip, and that's going to allow the rest of the fluid in the drain pan to drain out. At that point, you're probably going to have, so that's maybe 2 quarts, 2.5 quarts total. So maybe 50 ounces. You want to record that 50 ounces. So you know what your total amount drained is. So now we're going to move to the driver's side of the vehicle, and we're going to carefully remove the clips holding the transmission cover in place. You want to use that very small flat tip screwdriver and carefully pry out this little thing, item here, and it'll pop out. So once we have those 2 clips removed, you can see the transmission fill port plug right here. Okay. You can remove this cover more if you want, but I just pull it back a little bit. And you can get in here with your socket, like so. That's a 15/16 socket. And then loosen up the bolt so that you can access the drain port hole. Okay, just that easy. Your fluid is still draining. You're going to assemble your clear plastic hose and funnel and begin to route it down to the transmission fill port. The clear plastic hose and funnel is routed to the transmission fill port. Now that the fluid is fully drained, install the green overflow tube. Then install the crush washer and then the drain plug. So looking at my chart, we've drained a total of 120 ounces of fluid. So that means we need to add 120 ounces of fluid. Recheck the stability of the funnel and make sure that this clear hose is inserted into the transmission port a minimum of 1 inch. It should go in about 1 inch and hold in place. So before you start adding fluid, make sure that this tube is very stable and that the tube is inserted into that hole at least 1 inch. Begin adding fluid. Now what you want to do is fill up one funnel full, stop, check the hose. You don't want to move the hose, just look at it and see that the fluid is flowing. You're going to go to the side of the vehicle and check that the hose is in place. And you're going to do that about 7 times. But each time I want you to check and make sure that that hose is in place. And if for any reason you have to move this funnel, do not move the hose. If you move the hose, you're going to have to recheck the port on the side. Okay, it's pretty simple. So we've added our 120 ounces. So we're going to go ahead and remove the funnel and plastic hose. Carefully, it's going to drip a little bit. Set that off to the side. And then we're going to replace the transmission fill port plug and cover with clips. Quick review. We just reinstalled the transmission drain plug, transmission cover, and cover clips. We also reinstalled the green overflow tip inside of the drain pan, and we installed the transmission drain pan plug. If your measurements are correct, you should have the same amount of fluid that you started with. Go ahead and run your engine for about 5 minutes. Set the brake and cycle the gears at least 3 times. You do not exceed 25 miles an hour for the first 2 miles. That gives the chance for the fluid to work its way through the system before you take the vehicle up to full operating speed. Well, our review, we're replacing the fluid on a sealed 2015 RAV4 transmission is come to an end. I hope you found my tips to be helpful. As always, drive defensively, and we'll see you next time.